In March of 2008, the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination condemned what is found to be racial disparities in the death penalty and in sentencing of youth to life without parole for crimes committed when they were under 18, a practice that the committee once stopped. The committee called on authorities to take steps, including a freeze on the death penalty, to root out racial bias. A 2007 study of death sentences in Connecticut conducted by Yale University School of Law revealed that African American defendants receive death penalty at 3 times the rate of white defendants in cases where the victims are white. In addition, killers of white victims are treated more severely than people who kill minorities when it comes to deciding what charges to bring. Since 1977, the overwhelming majority of death row defendants have been executed for killing white victims. Although African Americans make up about half of all homicide victims, African Americans account for 1 in 3 people executed since 1977. The United States war on drugs disproportionately targets the urban minority neighborhoods. 2 national reports released in early 2008 found that although whites commit more drug offenses, African Americans are arrested and imprisoned on drug charges at much higher rates.
The Sentencing Project found that between 1980 and 2003, African American drug arrests increased at 3.4 times the rate of whites, despite similar rates of drug use. The Human Rights Watch discovered that across 34 states studied, most drug offenders are white. Yet a black man is 11.8 times more likely than a white man to be sent to prison on drug charges, and a black woman is 4.8 times more likely than a white woman. Studies of discrimination in housing markets reveal that African American or Latino testers experience some form of differential treatment roughly half of the time. Even the most conservative measures reveal that at least 25% of the time there will be discrimination in many important types of behavior by rental or real estate agents. A report issued by the Civil Rights Project at Harvard University found that nationwide nearly 70% of African American students and 75% of Latino students attend predominantly minority schools. More than 1/3 of the students in each group are in schools where 90% or more of their classmates are minorities. Meanwhile, the average white student is enrolled in a school where more than 8 in 10 of his or her classmates are also white.
Alright, I think you can see me, right?
I think so.
Okay. In a decision favored by Bush administration in June of 2007, the Supreme Court forbade most existing voluntary desegregation efforts, with a majority of justices holding that the individual students may not be assigned or denied a school assignment on the basis of race, even if the intent is to achieve integrated schools. And despite the fact that the locally designed plans actually fostered integration, academics warned that the move would worsen educational inequality. The most recent FBI hate crimes report reveals that as in 2006, there were 5,020 victims of racially motivated hate crimes. Of that, more than half, 3,332, were African Americans. In 2006, there were 1,305 victims of hate crimes motivated by ethnicity, national origin. Of those, the large majority, 819, were against Hispanics.